With Luke isn't going so hot. I need to get out in a hurry. I don't have to stop and pack stuff. Ruins the whole dramatic exit.
So if it doesn't work out with Luke, you're living with me?
No, I'm just gonna come pick up the box. Maybe I'll spend one night.
Oh, so romantic.
I've never lived with anybody before. It makes me nervous. You of all people should understand.
Just because my relationship went down in flames doesn't mean that yours is going to.
And if it does, at least you know there's no chance Luke will end up being your boss.
Hey, I am totally okay with the my ex is now my boss thing. Tom is professional. I am professional. It's all very professional. Seriously, we are both very okay with this. But since you brought up the subject of work.
No, she didn't bring up work. She brought up Tom. Taking a work break.
Which means no discussion of the kiss me not killer.
I never 100% agreed to that.
What's left to discuss? We have nothing. No DNA, no fingerprints, no fibers. I don't even know who she is, the poor girl.
We're missing something. No killer is that good. They always make a mistake.
Not this one. Not yet.
Lindsay, I'm not saying you shouldn't do everything in your power to bring this son of a bitch down. You should. We all should, and we will. But you need to be able to put it away sometimes. Like, for example, now. Let's just try and be in the moment.
You're the one with the getaway box. This can't be good. Boxer.
Fahrenheit. Washburn.
We're in the process of disconnecting the car, so the electricity had to be turned off.
I don't know how much we can do in the dark.
Somebody's working on a generator. Watch your step.
Wish I had a getaway box for this.
Three dead, 6 gunshot wounds from what appear to be a .38. My guess is one killer with good aim and coordination.
Noreen Davenport. Looks like she was running for the door, but her heel broke. She might have made it.
Never run in Jimmy Choo's.
Still holding her BlackBerry, but the wallet stripped of cash. The tan line says she was wearing a lot of jewelry.
Oh, look. Sock from before socks were invented. Hey, put this in evidence with the 4 condoms and the calcified raisinette.
Tell me that leg was already missing.
I think he left it in Iraq. Carlos Fuentes from his dog tags. He fought hard here, too. The shot through his hand is a defensive wound.
And then there's Rodney Boyce. Never knew what hit him.
Go green t-shirt, hemp bag. Kid was fighting for a perfect world.
He's there now.
Right, by the size of that boot print, safe bet is our killer is a man.
What are you thinking? Spree killer?
No, spree killer doesn't boost things from a crime scene. This guy's organized and precise. Boot print is all he left behind?
That and the forensics from the last 50 people who passed through the car.
Subway is shut down indefinitely. Mayor's on his way. Got a press conference. What do you got?
Well, we don't even know yet if there's an intended target. The victims all seem unrelated.
Get unions to search the other subway cars for a murder weapon, trash receptacles, anything.
Jacobi's on it.
We have to disconnect the subway car, move it downtown.
It's in the works.
What's Claire got?
Well, what doesn't she have? There's too much information.
All right. Politics on this are going to be endless. You should find me when you have anything at all.
Of course.
I can't talk about the case, but it's big. I don't know when I'll be home again. Honey, let me call you back.
What are you doing down here?
I'm with Lindsay Boxer. She's expecting me.
Excuse me? Where do you think you're going? Hey, Jill, it's great to see you.
Yeah, what a
How did you get by
circus,
the
huh?
uniforms?
I told them I had a relationship with Lindsay.
You have a very loose definition of relationship.
Not according to my last boyfriend.
Yeah, you have to leave. Oh, no, this happened very quickly, so I didn't have time to alert you.
I am on the crime desk at the register now.
You should be behind that desk as we speak. You'll get all the details at the press conference along with everybody else. Jill, I need to talk to you.
Denise Kwan, Cindy Thomas from the Register. As criminal division chief, how does your office plan to proceed?
Reporter on the crime scene.
I am a crime reporter.
She was just leaving. Look, sorry to throw you into the deep end here, but you were the only one to answer the phone. Obviously, I'm gonna reassign this in the morning. Just take good notes.
Why would you reassign it?
Never handled anything of this magnitude.
I have a 98% conviction rate on every case where I was lead counsel. If you take me off of this, I'll have to challenge that decision.
Wow, from hello to over my head, and it feels like I just got here. Okay, I'll give you a shot. But you might wish I hadn't.
Will do. Right. Okay, bring her in, Art.
I just need you to confirm this is Rodney Boyce.
God.
God.
Yes, it's Rodney. He's a temp worker, but we were going to offer him a position. So much promise, that kid. First in, last out every day.
We've been unable to locate his family. The only ID he had on him was his employee card.
I think he was from Wisconsin. I'll check my records.
Okay. What was the nature of his work at Lazar Software?
Whatever needed doing, he was there to learn.
About?
Small business, my case, software inventory and billing systems. I'll tell you more, but it usually clears dinner parties.
If you could get us the personal information, we'll handle notifying the family. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Lazar.
So I just subpoenaed the personnel records of 250 BART employees. If any one of them so much as throw up a subway rat, I'll know about it. Who are you guys?
Buried. But I can tell you that the shoe print is a rubber outsoled army boot, which doesn't exactly narrow the field.
I also pulled a court record on Carlos Fuentes. Nothing much, some gang activity in his youth. He chose Army over prison when he got busted.
Where he performed well and got glowing reports. I spoke to his company commander. I have yet to notify his next of kin.
God, it's so sad. He survived gangs in his youth. Survived IEDs over there. Talk about life's not fair.
What about Noreen Davenport?
Some really good work on her face. Easily 50,000 bucks worth, and that's just above the neck. And the blouse cost as much as the extension on the house.
So why is she riding the train?
Who ID'd the body?
Her sister, who mentioned an ex-husband, and it did not sound like an amicable split.
It's worth checking out. And speaking of ex-husbands, Tom is hoping that we can eliminate the spree killer idea ASAP. Is there any way that you can help me out with that?
Well, sure, if you don't need, I don't know, facts to back it up?
The BART is up and running, but people are too scared to ride it. The city is shutting down from gridlock. Department of Transportation is having a meltdown.
Well, I can't give you what I don't have.
I know. Okay, thanks. Come on, where'd you get the address?
Tom has a snitch in Los Santos, Carlos's former gang. Says Fuentes has a brother living here, Alberto. He's the only Mexican I could find. And don't look at me like I'm cheating on you because I talked to Tom.
Well, have I not said that Tom and I are good?
Your turn.
God, I hate notifying family. I don't even deal well with my own pain. Fuentes? Anybody home?
Check around back. Oh, nice. A canine welcoming committee. Doors open.
Mr. Fuentes? San Francisco Police Department, can we talk to you?
Get down! There he goes. Stop! Police!
Stay down! Stay down!
Run from the police!
Don't shoot me.
I'm guessing he already knows about his brother.
Lindsay, the point is, why would he kill his brother, not to mention two strangers?
Carlos left Los Santos 3 years ago, but you're still active.
Just getting it.
We know what happens when someone leaves a gang. They're marked. I've been to a few of those funerals.
I know you're still mad about the gun thing.
The gun thing? You mean where my partner and I were almost killed? That gun thing?
Alberto is not your subway killer.
Did you not tell everyone in Los Santos that your brother was dead to you?
Look, they hated him for getting out. Me too, maybe. But it was righteous. What he did, going to Iraq, kicking ass over there, coming back all busted up. You don't mess with a guy like that.
He's still booked for attempted murder. For the gun thing.
Hey, take it. It's for you.
Okay, hey, don't attack. It's me.
I need another reason.
Information in the subway killings. Look, I figure we could work out a quid pro quo. I give you this. You give me, whatever. I'm open. Okay, listen. My editor is screaming at me to write a 2-page spread entitled "Spree Killer on the Rampage."
It's not a spree killer.
Hey, you know that for a fact?
My gut does.
See, the thing is, Spree Killer sells papers. If you were to give me something else, I could help with the spin. Rodney Boyce, the temp at Lazar Software, had a police record.
I didn't get a hit on him.
Canada. He was arrested for assault on a police officer. Well, okay, technically a Mountie.
What was he doing in Canada?
Fun place to go when you're in trouble with the law, plus the beer. Anyway, it's a lead.
It's a bribe.
You're gonna miss me when I stop coming around.
Give me a chance to find out.
This is obviously top priority. We've got 15 additional officers in the BART, and I've got my best inspectors working.
What's going on?
I think Tom's getting a taste of being lieutenant.
The chief and the mayor, not just their people. Now, do you want Tom's job?
I don't even want mine. I just spent hours with the surveillance tapes from the BART platform and got nothing. How's it going with the Fuentes kid?
I don't like him as a killer. He emptied a clip on us and didn't hit a thing.
I like that in the shooter. Well, I finally pulled all the info from Noreen Davenport's BlackBerry. The woman could talk a lot about nothing. But this transcript is good. It's to her ex-husband, threatening to sue him for having the 7 Series towed from her driveway the night before the murders.
Explains why she was on the train. What are his responses?
I don't know. He tends to ignore her.
I know how that feels.
You busy?
Overwhelmed. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just in the building, trying to get the Fuentes kid off on a bogus attempted murder charge.
And you want me to talk to Lindsay?
Well, yeah. But I also think the two of us should talk.
Hanson, be a guy. A guy never wants to talk.
Look, I know your situation. I don't expect you to dump your ER doc over me. But if you were to dump him for some other reason, like he's a workaholic with a God complex,
Hanson.
then come find me.
Listen, we're not going to deal in the Fuentes kid, so you can just forget it. Now, if I were you, I'd leave unless you want to stick around to meet Denise's dark side.
Trust me, I've seen it.
I can't believe that she called the cops on me. I mean, I admit I shouldn't have towed her car, but Noreen keeps stonewalling.
Mr. Davenport, that's not why we called you to come in. Noreen was killed. She was one of the victims in the subway murders. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear God. I did this to her. I didn't mean it. She was on the subway because of me, because of the car.
Mr. Davenport, the language of her emails to you is pretty extreme.
Yeah, well, that was Noreen's way of keeping a relationship going. She couldn't accept that I moved on.
When you say moved on, you mean you're remarried?
Yes, almost a year.
So you have no strong feelings for your ex-wife?
Am I a suspect?
Understanding the victim helps us understand the crime.
No, I didn't have any strong feelings towards her. But I didn't want her to die.
Hey!
Hey. Didn't know if you'd be home.
Yeah, tag team in Marin County. Send some people to help out. Where are the kids?
Homework upstairs.
Has anybody eaten?
I always talk of pizza.
Bad day today?
You don't want to know.
Is that why you're not at physical therapy?
I can't predict when I'm gonna feel like this, Claire.
And even when you do feel this way, you have to keep going. The doctor said there was...
So one foot in front of the other thing is easier for some people than others.
You're telling me? I've been staring at the body of a disabled vet who fought like an Olympic warrior to save his own life. And you can't make dinner. Hey, can I wait?
We got the murder weapon. Eunice found it in a storm drain 4 blocks away from the BART station.
I'm on my way.
Yes, so as soon as we confirm it is not a spree killer, I will give you a call back. Yes, sir. No, sir, hello?
Grumpy mayor?
Turns out that man has a silver platter, which he just handed me with my ass all over it.
I'm sorry.
Part of the job. Can't take it personal. Lee, is that what I think it is?
Do you think it's the murder weapon?
I do.
Then it is what you think it is.
You know what this means?
That you can call the mayor back.
And give him what?
Good news.
Very good news. Come on. We're gonna solve this case. The city is gonna get back to normal. Things are looking up. Come on, give me a little shimmy.
This is so not professional. Is it the mayor again?
It's the chief. I'm gonna make threats on my job if we don't solve this case. We are gonna solve this case, right?
I'm working on it.
Hello, Chief. No. Actually, we have found the murder weapon. Yes, sir.
Claire says it's a match on all 3 victims. The bad news is it's unregistered and untraceable.
Did you go home last night?
No, can you tell?
You look fine.
The good news is I spent the night running all the stores that sell army boots like the ones our killer was wearing. I found one that's been busted twice in the past year for selling illegal firearms. Seriously, am I, like, haggard? Is it dark circles? What?
You're fine. That's a solid lead. Have you told Tom?
Well, I was on my way. Should keep the mayor off his back for at least an hour.
How's that going? It's still professional?
Oh, yeah, he's moved on. I've moved on. It's all good.
Yeah, this is...
Hi. Oh, do you need Tom?
No, not at all.
Lindsay, this is Heather. Heather Lindsay.
I assumed.
It's nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Brought me a fresh shirt since I worked all night.
It's a beautiful shirt.
Italian.
She's trying to upgrade me.
Just your clothes.
Just. Did you need me?
It can wait. Nice to meet you. Okay, I'll talk to you. Thank God I've moved on. Because if I hadn't moved on, that would have been awkward. Seeing him half naked in front of his fiancée, Heather.
Do you need me for this conversation?
Surplus store, you coming?
Yeah. Were you up all night?
I'll meet you in the motor pool.
I don't sell guns.
Not legally, anyway.
Listen, you sell guns, you don't sell guns. We're just trying to find the murderer. As long as you're not him, you're good.
Really? There's one more citation, ATF shuts my store down.
I will not call ATF on you, I promise. Is that a Marine Corps? You were in the Marines, weren't you, Jacobi?
Yeah, trained in Paris Island.
Yeah? Me too. Well, different decade, though. You deployed to Nam?
You're hilarious.
One of the victims was a vet. He lost his leg in Iraq, only to die at the hands of some lunatic on the subway. It's not exactly a hero's end, right?
You really not gonna turn me in? Biker guy came in looking for a .38. Nice enough guy, kind of a camo freak. Said he needed it for protection. Calls himself Mad Dog.
Biker named Mad Dog, yeah. It narrows it down, yes.
Mad Dog Vinny. That's all I know.
You got an address?
Tenderloin District. Maybe.
You were good.
Look, who'd ever buy me as a Marine? I have a titanium hip, and I was a kid when the war ended. I was.
You call ATF on that guy?
You can't. You promised.
Hey! This is where the murder weapon came from?
You know, there is a fine line between investigating and stalking.
Look, this isn't just a police matter. You're accountable to the public whose tax dollars pay your salary. Now, you can keep stonewalling me, or we can find a way to help each other.
Off the record.
Of course.
Biker named Mad Dog. And if I see that in print, you'll be held accountable to me, which is so much worse than being held accountable to the public.
You won't be sorry. We're going on day 3 with nothing, Jill. Tell me why I shouldn't pull this from your desk. Because you'd have to start from scratch. Because I have a far better working relationship with the detectives than anyone in our office. And yet I still have nothing to report to my boss, who in turn has nothing to report to his boss, the mayor, who in turn has nothing to report to the people who elected him. I get the whole chain of command. Then act like it.
Girl talk.
Here's your warrant. This better be the right Mad Dog. Let's leave it at that.
Listen, this guy's been hauled in multiple times for possession. The store owner ID'd his mugshot off of a 6-pack. Oddly enough, right before ATF raided his shop, I met Heather.
You did? When?
In Tom's office. She brought him a shirt. He was half undressed. And here's the weird thing. I walked in and he didn't even flinch.
Why would he flinch? You both moved on.
I would still expect a flinch.
Go get Mad Dog, then we'll talk about Heather. I want details.
Smells like Vinny's having milk for lunch.
Vincent Morello, San Francisco Police. Mr. Morello? Vincent? Oh, this doesn't look good. Jacobi?
Mad Dog's been on a drug binge.
Damn it, he's ODing. Calling him. Come on, Vinny, you don't die without giving me some answers.
What do we got?
30-year-old male meth overdose. He's in lethal arrhythmia, hypertensive, and diaphoretic.
All right, let's check breath sounds, get a monitor on him. All right, draw my labs. I'll take it from here.
Okay, I want this guy, Luke, alive and talking. That's the Bart killer.
Okay, well, Lynn's right now. He's my patient. Okay, so just go wait in the chairs.
Did you get anything out of him in the ambulance?
No, he never regained consciousness.
You both need to leave.
We both need to leave.
What side do you want?
Can we get back to you on that one? This is when I called Denise to tell her we got our killer, and she manages to take all the credit.
Remember when I wanted to buy a motorcycle?
Your subconscious post-divorce death wish?
The good ones are expensive, like 30 grand easy. Mad Dog had a brand new bike parked outside his trailer. The thing had to cost way more than what he would have made pawning the stuff he stole from the crime scene.
Meth heads aren't known for their savings. Must have had a windfall. Somebody paid him to commit those murders.
No, one of them, anyway. The other 2 he killed just to spin us sideways, or just because they were there. If Mad Dog dies, we may never know who he was paid to kill or why.
Mad Dog's in capable hands, believe me.
Yeah, Luke is pretty amazing in action. It's kind of sexy, actually. Except for the part when he kept telling me to get lost. No, that was kind of sexy, too.
Yeah, he's great.
You say he's great the way people say green tea is great. Like we're supposed to drink it, but we really want to drink coffee.
Oh, you heard all of that in my voice.
Is there someone else? Someone a little more coffee?
No, this is not about green tea or coffee. I just haven't told him I sleep with a wave machine.
You do know cops are like human lie detectors.
It happened once. It's not an affair.
Who?
I can tell you who.
You're so telling me who.
Hanson.
Ew! Hanson North again? You nuts? Luke is crazy about you. He's a crusading doctor that saves lives. Hanson is an arrogant PD who lives to make our lives difficult.
Yeah, I heard you the last 2 times I got involved with him.
And what happened to starting over and clean slate?
That's what I'm doing. Clean slate starts now.
No wonder Denise hates you. What? You know about her and Hanson. You don't know about her and Hanson? They got together the first time you split. Or was it the second?
Do you know how I heard about Mad Dog? On the scanner, with every other cop and criminal hobbyist.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by our suspect almost dying on the way here.
You get a solid lead on the killer and it just doesn't come up when we're passing in the hall?
Is this anger I'm detecting in your voice?
You didn't tell me about this guy on purpose. You're withholding.
I didn't tell you because when I walked into your office to tell you, you and Heather were playing dress up and it didn't seem appropriate.
Is Mad Dog our guy or not?
He pulled the trigger.
All right. I'm going to call Denise and schedule a press conference.
But someone paid him to do it.
You know that.
Call it a strong hunch. And if I'm right, a press conference will send that somebody straight into hiding. Just trust me.
If you can't trust her, trust me, I didn't withhold anything.
No press conference, Tom.
So this is it. The inner sanctum. Can't believe I got in here.
Inner sanctum hardly. They're just hiding from their bosses.
Not hiding, just seeking shelter from their constant interference. Plus, we'd rather not be seen with you.
I had unis and pawn shops all day. How is it they found nothing, but you managed to find Rodney Boyce's laptop?
Unis were showing the pawn shop guys his mugshot. I, on the other hand, had this. Candid Mad Dog. I figured out that Mad Dog Vinny was Vincent Morello eventually.
Did you go to a biker bar?
I went to 7. They're a little scary. The people are surprisingly helpful once they figure out that you're not a cop. Bikers are not fond of cops. Anyway, one of the bars had that on the wall.
Martha, cut it out.
A little defensive about the dog's affections.
I'm talking about playing with other dogs.
Don't make a person sorry she confided.
Clean slate, got it. Just don't use up all your chances like I did.
Rodney sure wrote a bunch of boring emails. He also watched a lot of YouTube.
Wait, open that one. Right there. Discrepancies.
He named a file discrepancies, not very subtle.
Whoa, it's a full rundown of the books of Lazar software. Pretty detailed for a temp. Projected earnings of the last year compared to some other figures, I'm guessing his.
So the numbers weren't adding up for him. He was going to somebody with the information.
Oh, he already went. And whoever he went to didn't like what Rodney found.
Enter Mad Dog. Bet he was supposed to destroy the computer after he killed Rodney.
Never hire a meth head to do a professional hitman's job.
I knew that the laptop was important. Otherwise, why would Mad Dog take it and leave behind a BlackBerry and an iPod?
I suddenly became very interested in digital software.
Yeah. You know what? Let's get down there and right. I'll hang. Catch you on the B-side.
Inspectors?
Talk us through this, Mr. Lazar.
Well, let's see. It's, my company's private financial records. How did you get these?
Rodney Boyce's computer. Look closer.
Rodney? I don't understand.
You never mentioned that your company was going public in a few months.
It's a big deal for a family company. Big enough you started cooking the books so you could get a bigger payday.
No, I've always emphasized the fact that our numbers have to be above board, especially now.
Emphasized it to who?
My son, Artie. Grooming him to take over. He runs our accounting team. He would never...
him?
Yeah. Bit of a weekend warrior.
You know, I think a little talk with Artie would help us figure all of this out. Artie Jr.'s on his way in.
Chips, candy, cupcakes. Is an apple too much to ask for?
Aside from driving his truly obnoxious motorcycle 55 through a school zone, his record is clean.
And here I was hoping he had a prior for solicitation of murder.
Get the dark chocolate. It's healthy.
You realize we've got Jack on this guy.
Well, that's why God invented lying to suspects. That's also why I asked Tom no press conferences about Mad Dog till after we've smoked out whoever hired him to kill Rodney Boyce, i.e. Artie Jr. It'll work.
You always say that.
And I'm always right. Usually. More often than not.
Inspectors. Hey. Need to talk to you. Come on. Please?
I'll pass.
Told your lawyer no deal.
Just want to know what's going on with my brother's killer.
I can't comment on an ongoing investigation.
That's bull.
That's protocol.
Hey, Joe just called. Artie Jr. has entered the building.
When there's news to be had, I'll make sure you have it. Best I can do. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Lazar.
Artie, please.
We're happy to do anything we can to help find Rodney's killer.
Well, the thing is, I think I'm looking right at him.
I told you, Artie was in Portland on business when the murders happened.
Dad. Anyway, didn't you guys already catch the subway killer?
Rodney came to you with his concerns about the discrepancies in your company's finances, didn't he?
Yeah, sure, he came to me. We talked through it. He knew everything was above board.
No, the only problem with what you're saying is that we got a guy who says you hired him to murder Rodney.
That's ridiculous.
Well, let me guess. Mad Dog. I heard the name on the radio on the way over here. Mad Dog Vincent something, I think. Right? Big press conference. Subway killer apprehended. They said he OD'd, though. Sounds like he won't make it.
You can't trust everything you hear.
Either way, I think we'll head out. You all set, Dad?
So close to home, Artie.
Hey, is that him? The guy who killed my brother? Hey, I know it was you who killed my big brother, man. Watch, when I get out, I'm gonna get you, man. I swear I'm gonna get you.
Hey, just take it easy.
Lindsay?
What my partner is trying to say, if she weren't too furious to speak, is that your little press conference just got Artie Lazar off the hook for Rodney Boyce's murder.
How could you?
I didn't. Denise was just filling me in. The call came from on high.
Don't you dare defend this.
Artie heard it all on the radio. He knew Mad Dog was never going to be able to say a word against him.
It's very simple. The mayor heard through the grapevine that we had somebody in custody. He didn't want to sit on it 1 minute longer. I really didn't have a choice.
You always have a choice.
I'm sure you'll make the case another way.
So you can screw it up again.
That is enough, Inspector.
Pardon me?
You cannot, no matter how personally aggrieved you feel, yell at the deputy district attorney in the middle of my bullpen.
Your bullpen?
You heard me.
Excuse me. I was told that you have Noreen's personal effects.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes.
We will get him someday.
Someday is not good enough. This is not a good plan. I can't give a deal to a guy who sprayed my partner and I with bullets.
You said yourself, it was a terrible shot.
That was luck. His intentions were clear.
Look, his brother was getting his life back together. This kid could turn it around too. Didn't you give me a speech about using up your chances?
It wasn't a speech. It was more of a quip.
Come on. You can still get some good out of this day.
If I see that kid in here for so much as a parking ticket, you're both gonna regret it.
I'll make that clear. This is your lucky day, Alberto. Caught Inspector Boxer in a warm and fuzzy mood.
So, does that mean I get to go?
There are conditions. First, you're finished with the gang. And believe me, we will follow up on that.
Well, he's gonna need protection.
We can do that. What do you say? Make your brother proud.
Artie. Remember me? Where you going, Holmes, huh? Told you we'd meet again.
Look, I got credit cards, I have ATM cards, a little bit of cash. What do you guys want?
I want mi hermano back alive.
I don't know what those cops told you. I didn't even know your brother.
Carlos got his leg blown off, fighting for everybody's right to ride around in big cars and work in fancy offices. He finally gets out of that hole and dies because of you. This is all I got left.
I didn't mean to do anything.
You didn't mean what?
I didn't mean to do anything. I was just supposed to be the one guy. That was the deal, I swear. That guy went nuts. He went nuts. I wanted Rodney Boyce dead. That was the deal.
Let's go.
It's a gig. I'm telling you the truth. And your brother wasn't my fault. Please believe me.
Artie Lazar, you are under arrest for the murders of Carlos Fuentes, Rodney Boyce, and Noreen Davenport. Thank you, officer.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
You did a good job. You got us everything we need. Isn't that more satisfying than shooting at cops? A lot better at it, anyway.
Whatever.
I kind of like this whole clean slate, fresh start thing.
And now is where you want me to tell you it was a good plan.
No. Maybe later.
It was a good plan.
Exam room 3. Tom in bouts of withholding. Hey, what's going on?
Closed our case tonight.
Congratulations.
How's Mad Dog?
Oh, remember that poster of your brand on drugs? Yeah. Mm. So, what's with the diagnosis?
I need to tell you something. I'm glad we're together.
Well, I'm glad we're together too, but that can't be keeping you awake.
I wanted to give you this. It's a getaway box. It was a getaway box. Now it's just a box of my stuff that's gonna be in our apartment with all the rest of my stuff.
Getaway box. Let me guess. Getaway box was for a quick getaway if it wasn't working out.
You're kind of smart for a handsome guy.
Yeah. Is there anything else while you're feeling confessional?
Sleep with a wave machine.
You can live with that.
If today was not an Echo's highway,
Who died in here?
No one yet. See, it's been a long time since I made dinner, and I forgot about splatter. And then, I forgot about the part where I really can't reach the splatter. And, so I guess I just created more work for you. You haven't even tasted it yet.
Don't need to.
Hey, can I officially release Artie Lazar's name?
How are you always around?
I'm good at what I do.
Yeah, sure, we're on the record.
So, am I in the club?
There is no club.
Oh, yeah, I am in.
Hey.
Hey.
Good work today.
Thanks. I didn't mean to freeze you out.
I didn't mean for you to meet Heather that way.
No matter how I met her, I wouldn't have liked it, so.
Is that your dinner?
Don't start.
I was gonna offer you some of mine. Heather dropped off a casserole.
Of course she did. What is it, tuna surprise?
Cassoulet.
Really?
I know. Ironic.
It's delicious.
Eating dinner together is nice. We never did it when we were married.
We should have. Anyway, at least the mayor will sleep well tonight.
City will sleep well tonight. Lindsay, we got a hit on the prints from the Kiss Me Not killer's latest victim. Her name was Elaine Lewis. Her parents reported her missing from Silver Springs, Nevada 2 weeks ago.
Look how clear.
He took her across state lines. That makes it federal. The FBI is taking over the case. It's not my call.
You could fight for me.
And it's not open for debate. This is not personal, Lindsay.
It is to me. Tell Heather thanks for dinner. So you're leaving the Beanie Babies, the Earring Tree, and the Butt Master.
It was late at night. Couldn't sleep. Infomercials.
That's how I ended up with a rotato.
You know, this is the good thing about moving in with a man, starting a whole new grown-up relationship, is that you can leave your embarrassing stuff behind. It's like leaving your lesser self. Starting fresh, clean slate. I love it. Just one Beanie Baby, the dolphin. I want you to keep this for me.
Is it somebody's ashes?
It's a getaway box.
Get away from what?
You know, living with Luke isn't going so hot. I need to get out in a hurry. I have to stop and pack stuff. Ruins the whole dramatic exit.
So if it doesn't work out with Luke, you're living with me?
No, I'm just gonna come pick up the box. Maybe I'll spend one night.
Oh, so romantic.
I've never lived with anybody before. It makes me nervous. You of all people should understand.
Just because my relationship went down in flames doesn't mean that yours is going to.
And if it does, at least you know there's no chance Luke will end up being your boss.
Hey, I am totally okay with the my ex is now my boss thing. Tom is professional. I am professional. It's all very professional. Seriously. We are both very okay with this. But since you brought up the subject of work.
No, she didn't bring up work. She brought up Tom. Taking a work break.
Which means no discussion of the kiss me not killer.
I never 100% agreed to that.
What's left to discuss? We have nothing. No DNA, no fingerprints, no fibers. I don't even know who she is, poor girl.
We're missing something. No killer is that good. They always make a mistake.
Not this one. Not yet.
Lindsay, I'm not saying you shouldn't do everything in your power to bring this son of a bitch down. You should. We all should, and we will. But you need to be able to put it away sometimes. Like, for example, now. Let's just try be in the moment.
You're the one with the getaway box. This can't be good. Boxer.
Fahrenheit. Washburn.
We're in the process of disconnecting the car, so the electricity had to be turned off.
I don't know how much we can do in the dark.
Somebody's working on a generator. Watch your step.
Wish I had a getaway box for this.
Three dead, 6 gunshot wounds from what appear to be a .38. My guess is one killer with good aim and coordination.
Noreen Davenport. Looks like she was running for the door, but her heel broke. She might have made it.
Never run in Jimmy Choo's.
Still holding her BlackBerry, but wallet stripped of cash. The tan line says she was wearing a lot of jewelry.
Oh, look. Sock from before socks were invented. Hey, put this in evidence with the 4 condoms and the calcified raisinette.
Tell me that leg was already missing.
I think he left it in Iraq. Carlos Fuentes from his dog tags. He fought hard here, too. The shot through his hand is a defensive wound.
And then there's Rodney Boyce. Never knew what hit him.
Go green t-shirt, hemp bag. Kid was fighting for a perfect world.
He's there now.
Right, by the size of that boot print, safe bet is our killer is a man.
What are you thinking? Spree killer?
No, spree killer doesn't boost things from a crime scene. This guy's organized and precise. Boot print is all he left behind?
That and the forensics from the last 50 people who passed through the car.
Subway is shut down indefinitely. Mayor's on his way. Got a press conference. What do you got?
Well, we don't even know yet if there's an intended target. The victims all seem unrelated.
Get unions to search the other subway cars for a murder weapon, trash receptacles, anything.
Jacobi's on it.
We have to disconnect the subway car, move it downtown.
It's in the works.
What's Claire got?
Well, what doesn't she have? There's too much information.
All right. Politics on this are going to be endless. You should find me when you have anything at all.
Of course.
I can't talk about the case, but it's big. I don't know when I'll be home again.
Honey, let me call you back.
What are you doing down here?
I'm with Lindsay Boxer. She's expecting me. Excuse me, where do you think you're going?
Hey, Jill, it's great to see you.
Yeah, how did you get by the uniforms? Tell them I had a relationship with Lindsay. You have a very loose definition of relationship. Not according to my last boyfriend. Yeah, you have to leave. Oh, no, this happened very quickly, so I didn't have time to alert you. I am on the crime desk at the register now. You should be behind that desk as we speak. You'll get all the details at the press conference along with everybody else. Jill, I need to talk to you. Denise Kwan, Cindy Thomas from the Register. As Criminal Division Chief, how does your office plan to proceed? A reporter on the crime scene. I am a crime reporter.
She was just leaving.
Look, sorry to throw you into the deep end here, but you were the only one to answer the phone. Obviously, I'm gonna reassign this in the morning. Just take good notes.
Why would you reassign it?
Never handled anything of this magnitude.
I have a 98% conviction rate on every case where I was lead counsel. If you take me off of this, I'll have to challenge that decision.
Wow, from hello to over my head, and it feels like I just got here. Okay, I'll give you a shot. You might wish I hadn't.
Will do. Right. Okay, bring her in, Art.
I just need you to confirm this is Rodney Boyce.
God.
God.
Yes, it's Rodney. He's a temp worker, but we were going to offer him a position. So much promise, that kid. First in, last out, every day.
We've been unable to locate his family. The only ID he had on him was his employee card.
I think he was from Wisconsin. I'll check my records.
Okay. What was the nature of his work at Lazar Software?
Whatever needed doing, he was there to learn.
About?
Small business. My case, software inventory and billing systems. I'll tell you more, but it usually clears dinner parties.
If you could get us the personal information, we'll handle notifying the family. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Lazar.
So I just subpoenaed the personnel records of 250 BART employees. If any one of them so much as throw up a subway rat, I'll know about it. Who are you guys?
Varied, but I can tell you that the shoe print is a rubber outsoled army boot, which doesn't exactly narrow the field.
I also pulled a court record on Carlos Fuentes. Nothing much, some gang activity in his youth. He chose Army over prison when he got busted.
Where he performed well and got glowing reports. I spoke to his company commander. I have yet to notify his next of kin.
God, it's so sad. He survived gangs in his youth. Survived IEDs over there. Talk about life's not fair.
What about Noreen Davenport?
Some really good work on her face. Easily 50,000 bucks worth, and that's just above the neck. And the blouse cost as much as the extension on the house.
So why is she riding the train?
Who ID'd the body?
Her sister, who mentioned an ex-husband, and it did not sound like an amicable split.
It's worth checking out. And speaking of ex-husbands, Tom is hoping that we can eliminate the spree killer idea ASAP. Is there any way that you can help me out with that?
Well, sure, if you don't need, I don't know, facts to back it up?
The BART is up and running, but people are too scared to ride it. The city is shutting down from gridlock. Department of Transportation is having a meltdown.
Well, I can't give you what I don't have.
I know. Okay, thanks. Come on, where'd you get the address?
Tom has a snitch in Los Santos, Carlos's former gang. Says Fuentes has a brother living here, Alberto. He's the only Mexican I could find. And don't look at me like I'm cheating on you because I talked to Tom.
Well, have I not said that Tom and I are good?
Your turn.
God, I hate notifying family. I don't even deal well with my